Okay, so let's get started. Here we have a meditation mindfulness exercise. So here's the lobby. Got a bunch of palm trees and floating crystals around here to soothe you. And here we have welcome into the glowing portal. Walk into the glowing portal to begin. Let's go in there. Now we're in here. So follow the glowing orb, breathe in and out with it, and focus and relax. So inhale. So yeah, there's the glowing orb, and then here's a particle effect that rotates around, just like the orb rotates around this crystal. Then let's go to here. This is the next room. So walk forward to meet Herc. So you can follow him, and he will guide you through this nature walk. So here, it's going to trigger a nav mesh right here. So boom, and he's going to turn around and start walking. Here's the nature walk. You can get a look around. It's going to take you around. And then here's some crystals, and then another portal. And then here Herc is going to get to a stop and wave goodbye to you. And then here, you can go in here. And boom, you have finished your mindfulness journey. And then I just walked into a trigger that lets off these fireworks. And then it's another particle effect. And then here's a blend tree for this animation of Herc's. So I can get into that. Here's the dance blend, these three. And then, congratulations. I can also go through the other blend as well. NPC animations. Here's the other controller for the Herc that is over here for the nav mesh. So he goes from idle to start walking, and then to waving. And then there is the begin wave condition over there. And then each portal has a teleport command or a teleport script on there as well. There's actually a bunch of scripts, so we'll get into that. Let me just pull them up. Visual Studio Code. There we go. We'll start off with first-person controller. So you are in first person for this, so it's a capsule attached to the camera right there. And then there's how fast you move, and then just the different mouse X and Y rotation, and then how it moves with the camera, and then the W, A, and D. And then this is to start the Herc. So there's a trigger event right over here. It's a empty box, if I can even find it. Walk trigger right here. So if you enter this area, then Herc starts walking, and then you can see I've baked this nav over here. And then he walks to this Herc destination that is right there. So you can see the walk trigger starts right there. And then the nature Herc, here's the nav mesh agent, and then he goes to the destination. Going back to the code, here's the start particles. This is basically the other script for the particles that go right here when you finish, and then it's the congratulation particles, those. Final trigger, so once you enter this box, they go off. And then here's the Herc walk to destination, so that is the Herc walking in the right here to over here. That's the animation. That actually took me a really long time. I'll get into that after. Let's see. So Herc walk to destination. So had to have the walking and waving, and then this is something that I had to look up and figure out how to do, just because we didn't really learn how to use animations with the nav mesh. And then here's the hover effect. So a lot of things have hover effect. I used this hover effect in the last project that I did, so it wasn't really new to me. But yeah, the hover effect is on all the portals and all of the crystals that are floating. And then here's the portal teleport. Pretty simple. It just it just puts you to a different place. I just have an empty game object. If I can find one of the portal, I can probably just click on them actually. So I just click on one of the portals, and then down here there's the tagged what's it called, portal target, and for this one it goes right here. So yeah, and then go into the next thing of code. We got the rotate around, another very simple one. We did this in the planets thing. These things just rotate around. There's particles that rotate around, and then there's also this ball that rotates around. And then we have the orbit center. So this is this all. So we didn't learn how to alternate this breathing thing that I did, which alternates inhale and exhale. So I had to look up how to do that. And then so basically, if you get closer, it'll start going. So if you're within two, and it'll switch. So yeah, I looked up how to do that, and then so yeah, this is like attached to the orb as well. And then yeah, that's it. So some challenges that I had, definitely a lot of struggles, especially with this nav. Well, the particles were really annoying at first. For some reason, they were becoming all spiky, and I didn't want them to be like that. But this nav mesh was very annoying because I couldn't figure out how to get the like animations to work properly. He was just on the ground, and then I realized that he was actually supposed to be in a T pose. I thought that I could just start the animation. I didn't realize how important the T pose was, and then I was trying to like add the points that like his wrists and everything, even though I thought I had that done with the animations, which I did, but I needed him to be in the T pose for that. So that was really annoying. And then another thing I struggled with for this, so I created a whole new Herc over here, but I was really struggling because whenever I click on Herc, he would be the cube. So I thought I was putting the controller on the right thing, which I wasn't. So for a long time, I was putting the controller on the cube instead of the Herc, which was just a small little thing. But I knew it was small. I was like, I swear I have the blend tree right. It's not too complicated. We have the Hokey Pokey, the Samba, and the Twist, which I got from Maximo. And then, yeah, so I had trouble combining this separate systems together. And then yeah, so this project is meant to be like a mindfulness thing, and it uses the same skills, but I combined them into creating a complete interactive environment with a beginning, middle, and end. And I'm really enjoyed doing this project. So yeah, basically compared to the homework and the class challenges, this project was, I think, more advanced than that. It didn't like the project didn't seem that hard, but it's probably because I'd done everything pretty much multiple times, which we did because we did the teleporting in the homework, the particles, the text. I wasn't good with the text. I remember I was struggling with that in class and stuff. The NPC movement, I think mine is a little bit more advanced, especially the nav mesh. I don't think we went into as much detail as I did with the nav mesh here. The dancing, I think, is a little bit more simple than what we did in class. But yeah, putting it all together, I think it looks absolutely incredible. So a lot of these things are just prefabs that I got on the Unity store, registry, or asset store. And so yeah, so the area of application was mindfulness and wellness. My environment is designed to create a calm and interactive experience where the user can explore at their own pace. I included elements like smooth movement, floating objects, and a breathing guide. The inhale exhale that you see over here, right there, to promote relaxation. And the structure of the environment guides the user through a journey ending with a celebration moment to create a sense of completion and positivity. This fits the mindfulness space because it focuses on reducing stress, encouraging focus, and giving the user a simple and engaging way to relax through interaction.